I'm Krita Makla, and this is my American culture reaction video for Calm 263. So let's get right into it. So when I first started reading this article, I went into it blind, and I had no idea that the author Horace Mann was referencing American culture while reading this. He described many different things that are pretty common in American culture, such as going to the dentist or doctors, marriage, body image, sex, going to therapy, and much, much more. I initially didn't even think about it being American culture because of the way that he described all these rituals. I honestly thought that it could have been rituals of indigenous tribes. So when finding out that this was supposed to represent American culture, I was very surprised. However, when I went back and I read through some of these examples that he provided, it was actually a pretty accurate representation of American culture for the most part. This just goes to show how important portrayal is when talking about anything, really, whether that be anything good or bad. But it reminded me of when we talked about how culture influences language in class and the way that we perceive things, and how even a slight change in wording or how we say things can change the entire way that something's perceived. One American ritual that I think could be perceived in a strange way would be Thanksgiving. From an outsider's perspective, this could be seen as a strange ritual where we give thanks to invisible gods or give credit to them for all of our blessings and achievements in life. It is likely to be seen this way since before eating, many families pray and go around the dinner table saying what they are thankful for. It could also be perceived as a holiday that is embracing gluttony, and some cultures may think that this is actually the real reason that Americans celebrate Thanksgiving, since obesity is such a prevalent problem here in America. This would be backed up by how sick a lot of people usually feel after eating Thanksgiving dinner, since most people eat a lot more than they usually do on Thanksgiving. Another ritual that Americans go through on Thanksgiving is the breaking of the wishbone for good luck. If Horace Mann were to describe this, he would probably describe this event as a type of witchcraft for wishing prosperity on the families who cooked dinner, and that if they were to get the larger half of the bone, good luck would be on their side for the rest of the year, whereas if the family were to receive the smaller end of the bone, it would be a bad omen that would be cast upon them. I think a lot of different cultures would have similar perspectives on this wishbone ritual, because animal bones are known to be used for witchcraft, and I can definitely see how this could be perceived in a sketchy way like this. However, in reality, it's just a silly American tradition that to see if their wishes would be granted after snapping the wishbone. Thanksgiving has changed a lot throughout history. The first Thanksgiving originally being a celebration to celebrate the prosperity of the harvest. This was first celebrated in the 1600s by the Pilgrims after receiving help from a Native American tribe that taught them how to fish and grow crops, which was much needed after the Pilgrims lost about half of their population due to starvation and sickness. As the Thanksgiving tradition went on, it became more about being with family and friends, as well as focusing on religion and being thankful for everything, and really putting God as the main focus on being thankful during this holiday, in contrast to the first Thanksgiving, where the main focus was being thankful for the harvest because of all of the difficult times that those settlers had been going through food-wise. I think that as many Thanksgiving passed, these changes have become pretty beneficial to the U.S. culture. I liked that Thanksgiving became more about being thankful for family and friends and being together, since a lot of people take that for granted. It is so important to also be thankful for and to acknowledge that all good things are done through God, and that He's the reason why we are all here today and why we have the great people that we are celebrating Thanksgiving with us currently. Another thing that I thought made the changes from the first Thanksgiving to now beneficial, surrounding the fact that we put Thanksgiving being the celebration of being thankful for family, friends, and religion, God, is the fact that since we're such a technologically advanced society today, we don't interact as much face to face. So having that face to face interaction, and especially on this holiday, since we're celebrating being together in the relationships that we have, I think that's very beneficial. And I actually found an article by Andrew K. Przybylski and Netta Weinstein, and this article basically talked about how since we're so reliant on technology to communicate with others, we're losing touch, interacting with people face to face, and losing that closeness and connectivity to each other. So having this holiday surrounding being thankful for those people and face to face interacting with them and communicating with them, I think that's very beneficial to our society because of how out of touch we've become with people because of the technology. But that's basically all of my American culture reaction video, and I hope whoever's watching this liked it, and thank you for staying to the end.